Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Clip It podcast, episode 20. We are back again for another week of entertainment. I think it's the best way of putting it. So, something I just wanted to get off the bat first. The podcast is going to change days. Preferably, or for me, it just makes it easier for me to do it on a Sunday. It's not interfering with my actual streaming schedule, so I can, I don't have to worry about delaying an actual stream or delaying the podcast or vice versa. And it means it gives me basically half a week to get it ready. So I'm probably going to upload this on Tuesday when our normal podcast would be broadcast. So don't worry about it. If you do miss this, it will be up on YouTube and on Spotify. There we go. I couldn't remember the name of it then. So I hope you're all doing well. It's good to be back as always. Today's going to be a slightly slower paced podcast as there's only two of us. I am joined by the ever so talented, delicious, he's a wonderful character, I think we can all agree. What up, T? It's good to see you guys in chat as always. So let's go and talk to him. Hello. How you doing?
What up, fellas?
What up, fellas? How are you doing today?
Yes, it's going to be a podcast and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, just being the two of us is going to be interesting, for sure. I'm happy. The thing is, I don't know how it is for everybody else on the podcasts, but I much prefer doing them Sundays just because it just gives me the whole day to prep and get stuff ready, as you can tell. But also, I can then just upload them on our normal broadcast days.
To start doing them at 2 a.m. because
might
be able to get a few more people on that way.
Or if we do it on a Sunday, we can do it whenever in the day then as well. Because the reason I did them later on was because I wanted to try and get my main stream out and then do it after, do a shorter stream, stop, give myself an hour to get ready and get everybody in, and then we can do our normal podcast. But now we do it on a Sunday, on an off day of it's not on my schedule. It means I can do it whenever. So maybe we can do them earlier, 2 p.m, 4 p.m, like whenever's best for people. And because it's a Sunday, most people are home, not doing much. So it doesn't affect anybody watching as well. So yeah, but how are you doing? How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's been a fairly chill day. I've got some VR stuff arriving tomorrow, which will hopefully work. For those of you who don't know, I'm getting back into VR. I did have an Oculus Rift CV1 before, but I sold it because I wasn't using it and also because of Facebook. But now I'm getting a Pimax 5K headset, so hopefully that should be a bit different, a little bit better of an experience for me.
No, it's going to be really good. And it's going to be, it's weird to sound, but it's going to be nice to have you back. I can't wait for Ash to get his headset. And then everybody's going to have proper VR that we can do fun stuff.
Has he given any estimate when he's receiving his?
Not at the moment. As far as I'm aware,
screwed, isn't it?
Yeah, all they've told him is there's delays. We don't know when it's going to come to you. Wait.
Epic.
So yeah, hopefully it comes soon. And for context, again, adding to this, Ash has recently purchased the Index, so hopefully he gets that soon. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, he purchased straight through Steam to set expectations a little bit lower. Mine's coming second hand, so.
But that doesn't matter. To be in my opinion, I've had perfectly good stuff from eBay. My camera, for example, I've had this for almost half a year now, 6 months, perfectly fine. You can get some really good deals off eBay, off Gumtree, off Facebook Marketplace. Even I got my capture card off Marketplace, and that was fine. I
tried to, but my requests were ignored multiple times. The only person who did respond said, sorry, either I'm at work or I was at work, and then sold it to someone else without contacting me ever again. So that was a bit of a shame.
Kind of unfortunate, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it kind of related to VR, but I don't want to go into too much detail. I am excited with what could come, and that does include you and Ash. Oh, maybe Ash, but definitely you.
This is guaranteed.
Oh, I hope it is. There's some stuff I really want to test myself with it, that I want to talk to them about, and I've mentioned it. But if I can get it it's like, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but obviously you know what's happening. I don't care about what is going on with the overall thing. That's up to who's doing it. Like the whole background, let's say. But
Yeah.
it's more the camera, or the look of it. I guess the how it turns out is what I want to worry about. I don't give two shits. What because he's got a whole plan towards it, and he's spoken to me about that, and I'm quite happy with it. You know, I don't mind what he does. He knows what he's doing. He's got interest in certain things, and how he wants to make it look in general. And I'm happy with that. You know, if I wanted to adjust it, I could. I know how to do certain stuff that he's doing, so that helps. But overall, I'm liking how it is, and I'm hoping it does come out at some point. But you having your VR headset is definitely going to help with that, and potentially Ash if he ever comes on the podcast again.
If anyone ever comes on again, jeez, honestly.
So let's just address this. Agent Oink is just not. Or both Agent Oink and Asti Bird aren't feeling too well today, and I much rather them taking their time and recovering, resting, and not really stressing themselves out just to make it here. So you know, I don't mind them not being here, and you know they're good friends. I know they'll be here next week, or I know they'll help out if I needed them to. I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody here is wonderful. So, yeah, let's just replace them. Them. Who can we replace them with?
Yeah, we got T in chat. That's half a replacement right there.
Yeah, let's keep him in chat. Man. So, you been up to much this week?
No, not really. As you're aware, but of course, chat on with my VR setup. I purchased an old Xbox 360 Connect bar because I heard that people were using them for tracking of limbs. So you're looking at the legs, potentially the arms. So I've heard the software might not do arms. But hey, you know, legs is still some, and it was cheap. Unfortunately, as you know, I've had a few issues with the depth sensor on it, which is unfortunately quite an important component for body tracking, especially in a 3D space. And that issue has so far not been resolved, which is a shame. I'm looking into it still. I don't know if I will be able to fix it, if it's a hardware limitation or software, but something's messed up.
No, it is really unfortunate. It's one of those things where unless you have a second Connect to compare it to, or someone has the exact same issue, you don't know.
Yeah,
what it is. Yeah.
I don't even know how to go about Googling this. The best I've done is message the moderators of a subreddit possibly for Xbox Connect, because apparently there's subreddits for everything, I guess, but I've not heard anything back from them.
Be careful when asking people on subreddit, because you could be taken down because you don't have enough karma.
Oh my god, that was...
We can talk about that if you like.
We can. Reddit is such an awful system. What was it? I can find out what subreddit it was. So I've already forgotten.
While he's looking for that, I'll just go with the overall gist of subreddit and what we're going to talk about. So, subreddits like Reddit and subreddits in general.
I remember.
So if you're not aware of it, Reddit is more or less, I would say a good way of describing it compared to another one would be Twitter. Just there's more limitations to what you can post. And it's more subdivided between different pages, like Facebook pages. So it's Twitter's format with Facebook page sort of esque, like different places you can post.
Right.
I think that's the best way of describing it. No, it's not.
It's an interesting comparison.
It definitely is interesting, but basically there are some subreddits where if you don't have enough what's called karma, basically likes or interest on the website, your post will just be deleted by mods, sometimes automatic, sometimes manual.
It makes sense. Well, in theory, the idea behind it is that they're stopping people from just creating bot accounts and spamming. To which the obvious question becomes, why doesn't Reddit, a massive website, have better bot protection, or even just allow, or not allow, more regularly have manual moderation of posts? So this was I probably should have checked how many people are in this subreddit. I think it's a fairly large one. It's not like the world's biggest or anything. and I posted there asking for some software help. Let's have a look. Okay, about 120,000 members. So not the biggest, not the smallest. Uh, and I checked back on the post a few hours later, and it said that it had been auto-moderated taken down because I don't have enough karma on Reddit. The problem is you can't get karma without posting of some sort, whether it's posting a thread or a comment. But the problem, I just don't interact with things like that. Like even on YouTube videos or like Twitter, I'll rarely leave a comment on something, you know?
So this was something I wanted to just quickly say is like two things on this. One, I think the better way of putting that is there's no way of passively earning karma on Reddit. Like you have to be interactive. Yeah, which is kind of annoying. Not everybody is. I'm the same with you on YouTube. I very rarely leave a comment. I like videos of people I'm interested in, like Tactical Brit and Brett Barnes, people I would say one I'm close friends with, and two good supports of. And yeah, when he uploads. So yeah, it is kind of annoying. Over the last couple, I think since January, I've been posting stuff, mainly replies on comments to the Twitch subreddit, and I've slowly gained my karma up. And this was something that really surprised me because I think most people who know Reddit are aware you can make subreddits, basically subpages, but you have to have a certain amount of karma to do so. What took me away was the fact that I've got 63 karma. And I can do that.
So it's like it's a really low bar.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to, because one, I don't care that much, and two, I think it would defeat the purpose of it anyway. But you could very easily get that amount of karma by going on certain subreddits that I don't know the name of, but I know they exist, or even just like a certain botting method that they couldn't detect, or at least couldn't prove was a bot, rather than just lots of people. That's why it's just such a weird moderation style to me. Why, for example, my post... I've had my Reddit account for years, by the way. This isn't like I've just created it. Because I occasionally will view Reddit if I'm looking for the answer to something. But I've never really posted before. So why they couldn't just, for example, look at my post, put it in a moderation queue for the physical human mods that are part of that part of that subreddit, pardon me, to have a look at. I don't know, like, sure, there might be a small backlog, but it's better that than genuine questions being suppressed, like, completely just annihilated, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it is a weird system, and I think it's harsh to say in general. Reddit could definitely do more on their side, the website, the back end of website. The back end of the website, however, it is very dependent on the subreddit, I feel, when it especially comes along to the bad modding, and just overall how some people are treated. I haven't had too much of an issue. Again, I really only post in Twitch startup and streamers, which are pre-subreddits. Occasionally post in Valorant and some other ones, but those are the main three I post in. I would like to add that the reason I have high karma is because two people rewarded me with rewards on Reddit, both of them just being helpful rewards, which gave me like 20 karma each.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so on Reddit you can gift people stuff, which I think is basically donating to them. I don't know if it's actual money or it's just karma. Don't ask me. But you can more or less donate rewards to people. I know that.
I've heard of like things like, I'm trying to, obviously Reddit Gold being the main one. So is that a system that's linked to karma? I just assumed it was a way of saying I especially like this post and like it goes on their profile. I didn't realize it benefited karma as well.
Okay, I could be wrong. I know the rewards I got definitely benefited karma. I gained like 20. I don't know the exact karma I gained each one, but I definitely went from like 20 to 40, I think, and then 40 to 60. Because you get karma by getting upvotes on your posts. That's a generic way of getting it. One upvote is one karma. That's why I like to say it's basically the way to describe karma is likes, because it kind of just works in that way. But yeah, no, like the reward I got was okay, so I got 11 post karma and I got 23 comment karma.
Oh, okay, I see.
So I'm assuming you can tell that I mainly post comments, just helping people out, and so people upvote those. But yeah, I got a reward and that gave me karma. I think there's ways of donating because you can buy coins on Reddit.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how that happens to like if you were to donate to that person, will they be able to, if they get a certain amount, can they deposit that, or is it just money? Here we go. Okay, so you can redeem free coins. Okay. So that's giving me a reward that I can give someone, so that'll benefit their karma. Okay, that's cool. So that would explain why people have just given me random ones. Because I'm like, why would someone gift me this, honestly? If you can get free ones, that makes sense. But, you know, Reddit's one of those ones where you really are rewarded for being active. But the problem is, it can go one or two ways, and that is, like, being a bad person and just absolutely spamming the hell out of Reddit, which I want to add, I don't know if there's a karma restriction to this, but from what I've experienced, when I used to post clips, you couldn't post. So if you had a 15-minute buffer between posts.
Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming that's karma related. Because yeah, that stops spamming. I don't know if that's just a website-wide sort of like buffer. But you know, I was thinking of making my own page, but I didn't know what to call it, so I just didn't. So I wait for people to come up with suggestions. Yeah, no, Reddit's one of those weird places. It has a good side, it has a bad side, and it's unfortunate. But
yes, yep.
I suppose if you're there at the right time and you ask the right question, you're going to get the help from either the mods or from the community. So hopefully you can find some response on there. So, you know what? Since you know what, most of us are school friends. So
Yeah.
to answer that question
I
properly,
was the OG. I showed these boys around.
So yeah, so to go to the start, me, Delicious, Agent Oink, and Asti Verd are all school friends. Ash is a school friend, but he doesn't really come on. Ickle Nuke, the person we had on last week, he's one of my school friends, but that's from primary school. I just stayed in contact with him. Delicious said, he is the OG. He was the first one in the school where we all met. I was the first one to meet him out of us bunch, and then Agent Oink came in after, and then finally Astivud. And we just, for some reason, stayed friends the entire time. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think that we've been friends for how long now? I joined school in year 8, late year 8, so that would have been...
It's been at least 5 years. It's been at least 6 years, maybe 7. If I remember correctly.
For me, I need to miss out a year of that. Because there was a period where I just, for some reason, disappeared off the earth for an entire year, which was weird. I streamed, but just never with anybody else.
Were you abducted by aliens? What do you...
There was a time where I was streaming mainly EFT, so I'd never really jump into your Discord. Nobody was using Agent Oink's Discord. You were all using Astiverds.
The amount of Discords we've been through over the years, I can think of at least 4 dead ones.
I can think of at least 4 dead ones. I really need to clean my Discord out.
It's ridiculous. Most of the time we left a Discord, I say most of, at least 2 of the times we left a Discord was just due to moderation issues, wasn't it? Like someone... It's kind of funny if you do it once or twice, but just like constantly server muting people or disconnecting them. Like a couple of times is funny, or I don't want to call it acceptable. But
yeah, no, that was
the issue we had.
We definitely had drama, and it's unfortunate because some of the drama did cause this podcast to get split and renamed. Because this used to be something completely different. With it was like 6 good people times on at a time. Yeah, no, genuinely those podcasts were good, except from 1 or 2 people. But those podcasts were genuinely quite fun, and I enjoyed them. Um, I'm very happy with how this podcast is right now. You know, on episode 20, I think that one got to episode
Yeah,
10, 12. But I'm always wanting to get better. That's why as you said, fucking my, was it you? Was it you who? So for again, more context. Yesterday I was playing Beat Saber, and Agent always like, oh look, it's the tactical TV colors. And then what did you say?
Oh yeah, I said, well, they change every week because to be fair, it's a great thing. You're so focused on perfecting your channel and
Change my channel every 2 weeks.
perfecting the appearance of it every couple of weeks. It's because it used to be purple. I can't even remember.
So
what
it
is
originally
now. I can't remember if
was
it's green now. Is it green now?
No. So
We've moved on from green.
No. Okay, so it used to be. It was originally, it was originally like a blue color, like a light blue,
Right. Yeah.
blue and white. Then it went to black and purple.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went back to like a light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went to a greenish color. That evolved into the color you see is my Clip It now, which I use as all the branding for that. Now it's gone to more of a. Then it went to a purple and this teal color.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's now my final form is black and white with.
Don't say final form.
It's
going to be the end of it.
Its final form is black and white with the highlight colors being the teal and purple.
And with almost each color iteration, you've had a change of the I must about call it the UI, the overlay.
Overlay, yeah.
Which again, I think that's great because you are working constantly to. Yeah, it's a mega evolution, not my tea. You're constantly working to perfect the channel and how it works, and that's awesome.
Well,
I do think that's the proper way to do streaming.
I personally feel how it is right now is going to probably be how it is for a while until because I like doing that, but I don't want to constantly do it. I would much rather do it is major like every few months at the least. Sorry, not at the least, like shortest amount of time, every few months, maybe like every half a year. I would have like a total rebrand. Instead of small ones. At the moment, I'm just trying to find what I want to do and how I want it to look overall. And yes, I am a Pokemon fuck off. I love red little balls.
Why doesn't that? I don't know if that surprises me or not.
That just doesn't read well on the
no, not really
podcast. Man, but yeah, no. So it's definitely changed. I remember when I used to stream about 5 years ago, I didn't even have an overlay. No, there's a clip on my channel, there's a highlight on my channel 5 years ago, and that was when I used to use generic overlays you would find on stuff like Streamlabs or Nerd or Die or other websites. And let me get this straight. I've heard people say don't do that. It's, you know, loads of people use them. People are just going to skim through your stream because they're like, oh, you're using a generic overlay. Do what you want. It's your stream. It's how you want it to look. I say they're a great idea if you want to start with an overlay because it gives you inspiration of what you want to brand your channel like. Unless you have a brand already, nobody can really bring up one straight away. So it will take time, and there will be iterations on a channel. And if you don't want an overlay, don't worry about it. There's XQC, for example, doesn't have an overlay. He just has text and his webcam and game, which I personally hate that because it just looks really out of place. The text isn't lined up in any way, shape or form. And yeah, it looks unprofessional as fuck. Though they're not technically professionals. So I just want to reveal something, and I don't know if this goes for XQC, but it does go for I know I'm gonna say her name wrong, so you're gonna have to correct me. It's not Aminity. Alinity. What's her name?
I think it's Alinity.
Alinity. Okay, that just didn't sound right. I think this was her a couple years back. She said that she lives in, her room that she streams in is made to look like her bedroom. It isn't her bedroom because it just makes your stream feel more home and cozy. Like you can relate to this person. So that's why her room looks like that. A great example of who doesn't do this would be Soda Poppin, who has the messiest bedroom of all time.
And I don't get, I understand, you, luckily, the chat can't see. You can see my room's a mess right now. I've cleared a little bit of it out, which unfortunately is the only bit of my room that you can't see.
Damn. Actually, no,
But
that looks a lot cleaner on that side.
why? I don't get why you'd build a set when you have the thing that you're creating the set of to hand.
I
It seems
actually
a
know
bit
I can
redundant.
answer this.
Okay.
And, mainly from experience, but also from what I've heard from other people, big and small streamers. And genuinely, I feel like when you hear this, you'll be like, okay, that makes sense. And the
Mhm.
reason they do that is because it is okay. So when you're streaming 6 to 8 hours a day, potentially even 10 hours a day, some
Are
big
you gonna
streamers.
say about accidentally leaving the camera on?
No.
Okay.
It's so mentally it is so much easier for you as a person to separate work from home life. So if
Yeah.
you were able to have your room, um, if you were able to to do streaming in a different room, which is your workplace, you can then
Mhm.
so much it's so much easier to cope with having those two separate lifestyles, because it's healthy to be able to walk out of your workplace and then just do your own personal stuff, spend time with a loved
Yeah.
one, or do what you do, play Pokemon Go. Some people take this to the next level of having offices to stream at. Toby on the telly, part of Fitz's crew, they have an office and that's where he streams, nowhere near his home. Um,
Right.
I would say a good example of this, but this is kind of on the extreme level, would be companies like Rooster Teeth. They do all their content creation, or at least they did most of their content creation. They can't right now because of COVID. At an office, it was an official workplace, and then they had their own personal life. Some did streaming on
Yeah.
their
The only
own
thing
home, and stuff like
I'd
that.
say with Rooster, I get what you're saying. I've heard. I guess I've just never I've got a good computer. I'm privileged in that regard, but I've never been privileged enough to have a separate space within the same building. Um, for it. But with Rooster, I guess it's a little bit different because there was a lot more going on than just the recording video side of things. Although that's obviously what we see. But I get what you're saying. That is, I suppose that's
Yeah,
a very
no,
good
I
point.
don't. Yeah, Rooster Teeth was a weird example because it works for like Funhouse and all these other big corporations who have channels. But I think it's just healthy for both
Mm.
mentally and in some cases physically to just have where you work as a separate location.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Gets you moving about, and personally, I find I like to have my own personal stuff back there. I have this corner as my streaming area now, and if I could ideally have a separate room, I would. Um,
One day when we move in together,
yeah,
that's the goal.
I would genuinely love a not a streamer house, but like a what do they call them?
A
Um,
stream out what those TikTok kids who
yeah.
earn millions from it. Let's do that. That'd be awesome.
No, what do they call them? Like where you live with your
We
friends?
could
Is
start
it
it
got a
you
name?
could film me having a shower, and it'd be okay because we'd make hundreds off of it. I'd be up for that.
We can make hundreds of making Roblox maps,
You
man.
could. You really could. The amount of viewers you got from that Roblox play was incredible.
It was great fun. Yeah, unfortunately, most of them being kids, but it was great
And
fun.
asking to play with you.
Yeah, which I don't have anything against. I'm just from now on, I'm not gonna use voice. I'm not gonna use Discord for voice chat at the moment, just because that's where it complicates things. Because I don't want to risk anything at the moment. I don't have the audio capability to instantly mute them. Um,
Right.
so I would at the moment, I don't plan on doing it. I don't mind playing with them. And I do plan on doing more community games and nights on Saturdays. But at the moment, I feel like doing audio, or bringing them into a Discord channel, one, that just makes it a bit confusing, especially if they don't know what Discord is, they don't have a proper audio setup, or even just a headset. Um,
Mm.
and it can just make it can slow the stream down. Secondly, I feel like it's just a lot simpler, both for me and the audience, if I just say, hey, we're going to just play some public games, you're more than welcome to join, sort of ordeal. If they want a speaking game, go right ahead. If you're going to say something stupid, I'm going to mute you.
Mm.
That's just generic Twitch rules. Anybody who does content creation is just going to mute you if you say something stupid or
Yeah.
something that is way against TOS. I do plan on getting a mixer when I next get paid from Twitch, which hopefully will be soonish. which would definitely make that helpful. I'll have a bleep button, and just in general, I can mute Discord or quieten it if I need to, which would be nice. I can't wait to do that. As you said, I'm always spending too much money on upgrading something that clearly doesn't make me enough for what I do, or at least so for what I spend on it.
I was looking at getting a digital cameras or webcam, and I don't even stream or anything like that currently. So,
actually, this is something I would like to talk to you about. I think I've asked you, but why do you want to do that? Because if we talk about my one, I got it because I wanted to upgrade how the stream looks. I've always wanted a DSLR as well. I like doing photography, and I did media, so I'm an amateur filmmaker. I like doing that sort of stuff. So, what are your reasons? I'm genuinely curious.
God, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's some psychologist we can get in on this in case this is anything. I have this thing where I almost feel the need
for speed
to have the best thing I can, but while still I don't go out of my way to do it. I don't have a 3090. I do have a 2080 Ti, which is, especially, I think at the time that was top, but I got it because it was cheap on eBay. I guess it's like, I don't know, take my phone for example. It's a Xiaomi 10T Lite. I don't know. I think that's it.
They complicated names these days.
There's way too many letters and different words.
Monitors are the worst for that.
Oh, yeah. And it's one of those things I don't need some of the features that this phone has. Like even things like the IR blaster to control my TV, the camera, I don't use enough for it to be worth like buying a phone specifically for the camera, if that makes sense. But it was because it was what I determined at least to be like the best budget phone. I had to upgrade my phone. My contract was at an end anyway. But it's what I determined to be the best budget phone, better than quite a few phones in the classes above it, to an extent. And it was, I don't know, it was a need to have something that I viewed as the best in a way.
No, that's fair.
It's also with the camera. Like, I got this, you can see, fortunately again, chat can't. I have a 4K webcam. In quotes, I was told it was UHD, so Ultra HD, 3840 by 2160, I believe. And it turns out, one, it's not that, and two, it's a very small sensor on it, so the image is very dark and grainy. And in a way, that was part of my, which is also now why I'm looking at digital cameras to an extent, is I wanted to have something that was almost like the best, or at least better than, I guess, what you could call the standard, to be fair.
No, that's 100% fair. I was very much like that. Especially when it came to my PC before the one I've got now, I've always wanted to have the best of the best. But right now, with what everybody's having issues with, and in general, just how mine performs, I'm very happy with my PC, and I would say mine's a mid to high budget PC, because they're all AMD components. I didn't pay stupid amounts for. I got lucky prices, I guess. I would say my PC in general is like under $1,000.
Yeah, you know how it is with me. Like, when I want something, I will generally really try and get it, but I will go out of my way to find it at the cheapest price possible. I go through, depending on what I'm looking for and how easily I can search for it, sometimes dozens of websites, including ones that I've never even heard of before that, for all I know, could be... Obviously, I check if these websites are a scam, but when I first see them, I don't know if they're a scam or not. I have to look at these websites each time. Like, I got my network card from a site that I'd never heard of before called Quiet PC. And, it's grossly, it works fine. It is a legitimate website. I'm just trying to show that this is a website. At least, I don't know if you've perhaps heard of it. I certainly hadn't before I'd purchased from them.
I've never heard of them.
Even if you were to search for certain things, they almost like don't appear in the first 2 pages of results. You need to keep going. I suppose that is also a result of Google though, as well as their notoriety.
No, yeah, 100%. I suppose if you do the research, it doesn't it's as long as you know what you're doing, you do the
Mm.
research, and they are trustworthy.
Yeah.
From what you understand, at least, everybody, you're clever enough to know if it's a scam. 99% of the time, obviously, there are some websites that are just too good and will get the best of people, but
Yeah.
most of the time you understand when it's a scam, when it isn't. Uh, but I'm like you. I'm kind of not like you. I will, if I can get a deal, I will, but I'm not too
Yeah.
asked most of the time. I am famously
See,
well known for buying a GPU because it looked better and it was slightly more expensive but worse performing.
yeah,
So
there have been occasions. Also, I'm not going to name it. Not that it's a bad thing, but there have been occasions where people, even in this group, at least in my view, have bought something for less than asking like retail price, and it was a good price. But it was one of those things where, in my eyes, if they'd taken, I don't know how much time it would have taken them, but sometimes from anywhere between like 5 minutes to possibly a couple of hours, they could have saved, whether it's 10 quid, whether it's upwards of 100, whether it's like a voucher that they missed or a website they missed. And to me, that's, I don't know, I guess I see that as a bit of a big deal.
I can understand that because every penny really does help. Is that saying? Whatever the saying is, every
Mm.
little penny helps. So yeah, whatever savings you can make will be great. Our recent discovery of Toman is a great discovery. Though they don't include VAT, most of their
Mm.
devices, or most of the
Well,
stuff they sell, including VAT and delivery, is
I think
cheaper than eBay, for at least what I'm looking at.
it was, yeah, interesting because, oh, it's awful. I don't want to sound like confrontational about it, but a few of the things I remember looking at, I think like was it the, oh, what was it? It was a mixer. First of all, it was the headphones, and the headphones ended up, I think, being the same price as Amazon or thereabouts.
Yes,
Then
yeah,
it was a mixer, which someone said, oh, it's this amount on Amazon. It was only that amount on Amazon because it was from a third party seller, because Amazon didn't have it in stock on that very day. Otherwise, it would have been the
same
same
price.
price on Amazon. And it's, I
Oh,
don't know. I mean, I thought it was awesome until I saw the excluding VAT thing. I get why they do it, but I hate places that do it.
yeah, no, it's just because we live in such a, or we live obviously living in the UK, everything includes VAT, so it's just
Hmm.
you just expect it to be a norm. I didn't know if it
Yeah.
was I don't know if it's because of this whole Brexit thing or if it is just something that happens in Europe,
I think
country
they
to
said
country.
on their website since the like 1st or the 8th of January, they've had to start adding 20% VAT for things to the UK. So it very well could have been like even a couple of months ago, that site would have been cheaper
Yeah,
than adding thing. There's a few. There's a, I guess like a deal website you'd call it, where, yeah, where people like post deals that they find fairly standard. And there's been really mixed things about, because buying from the EU Amazon, so Amazon.fr for France, Amazon.de for Germany, has in the past been cheaper than buying Amazon UK. I would have always recommended looking between them because you can just send things back pretty much the same. But now with Brexit, there's been mixed reports about people. Some people will order a hard drive and have to pay nothing additional, whereas some people have had it either sent back or they've had to then pay an extra fee. So it's confused things
it's
quite a
annoying.
bit. Hmm.
I think it's annoying. It's one of those things where you just have to do your research again, to potentially find the best deal, or just make sure what you're getting is at the price it is, and that you don't have to pay any extra fees, because
Yeah.
that's when it gets annoying. Uh, so yeah, no, it's. I would say one of the best examples would be your birthday present you bought me. You bought it from Amazon GE, didn't you? And you saved
Oh
what,
God.
£2?
Hang on. Let's. let's back up a bit. Which what did I get you? I
RAM.
So RAM. Oh yeah. So this was the scenario in which you said you wanted RAM, and
I said this as I was gonna. I said this
yeah,
in the
you said
context
it
of I'm gonna buy myself some more
as he
RAM.
was buying it, which obviously I didn't realize at the time.
No. Oh, kind of. No, no, no. The story is funnier than that actually.
Oh, okay. Right. Go
You
on, whilst I load up the order.
you
Oh, I
came to
remember
my
the password.
house to.
Yeah,
I didn't expect this, but you came to my house,
I did. Wasn't just
to
the RAM either.
give me some RAM and a chocolate bar,
Oh yeah.
Galaxy chocolate bar. Fucking hell, which I really want right now. I'm really hungry.
Hmm.
Uh, but I wasn't aware of this, and on my computer I had loaded up the order I was just about to complete before you came to the door, which was some RAM.
Hmm.
So I was literally like 10 minutes at max off ordering some RAM, and then you came to my door and gave me some, which, I can't
Right.
thank you enough for. And again, for
Then
context,
you ended up with more RAM though. So how did that happen? Sorry
because
if you.
because you bought me RGB RAM, and I couldn't just have 2 sticks of RGB RAM, so I bought myself two
Oh
more.
my god! Right, I'm starting to.
Yeah. Uh, but then to be honest,
Oh, yeah, because
the
you were
rest of
asking me
my
about the dummy sticks, weren't you? Because it came
mm,
up as like 0 GB, which is the dumbest way to market them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they still cost a stupid amount of money. It's like
Oh,
30 quid, isn't
absolutely.
it? Uh,
Yeah, I think it might have even been more than that, and it was for like two ramless sticks of RAM, literally just like the casing with the RGB and the like the wiring for the RGB, of
oh
course.
god. Yeah.
So how much would it have been from your end, if you can find out or remember?
What? What? How much I bought mine for?
Yeah, sure.
Let me try.
So this was, for reference, Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro in 16 gigs and 2 sticks,
Yep.
3200 megahertz, because you know.
Need to make sure it's the same speed.
Hmm.
So, oh god, I bought that on the 2nd of November. Oh wow. It's my CPU for context.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, which I
Sorry, this
bought
was
two of.
early
I completely
October.
forgot about that. So I bought mine for 76.99.
Okay. I'll be honest, I thought you got it for more, so now I'm starting to feel a bit silly. Let's
How much did you
have a
buy
look.
yours for? Wasn't it like 72 euros?
I'm finding out
Oh
how
no,
much
it was like
translates.
80 euros, which was like 70. No, that's nowhere near the conversion.
Oh my god, I love it when Google sometimes doesn't translate. We have a wait. Do we have that bot in this chat?
No.
Okay. I
If
bought
anybody
it
wants,
for.
oh, so you can.
Sorry. Okay, I bought it for around £65.
£65. Oh, that's not
Uh,
that. That's actually quite good.
I say I think it was a we, wasn't it?
It
It
was
was.
Universal Madness, and what's his name now? Ethan. What's his online name?
Let's go with Swalwich.
Smallwich. Swalwich.
Swole. Yeah, let's go with that.
Swalwich. Yeah.
Apologies if I've forgotten it. My memory's so bad, like I couldn't
Well,
even remember
it
when
doesn't
this
help. He
was, even
changes
though
his
it was
name
your birthday.
every 6 days.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a gift between you three, which thank you very much. If you're curious, you can get that RAM at the moment. It's not in stock for 1 or 2 months, but they're selling it for 86.99, £10 more.
Mm.
Great.
Yeah, we got it at a good point, just like RAM price wise. So
Yeah.
it's epic.
Oh, I didn't get my first RAM at a good RAM point.
No, you told me about.
I got
how
my
much
first
that
set
was,
of
and I
RAM for
was.
£124,
Yeah, I was horrified
which is
by
now at
that.
my girlfriend's computer.
I think,
So,
for reference, I spent this. How much was the What was the capacity of that RAM that you had for 120?
oh, it's the same. 16 gigs, 32 megahertz.
Okay, just because forever. And again, this was because I saw it on sale and I thought, why not? I'm running 32 gig RGB, and I got that for the same price as you got your original
Wow.
60 gig. Because I just. I don't know. I'm one of those people that I guess are unfortunately more affected by deals, which I'm pretty sure isn't a good thing.
Oh no, I think it is. It can be. I think it can be very useful at times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, unless you're really getting it. Like, if you get annoyed at someone in a store because it's slightly more expensive than it should be, then it's bad.
Right.
But
Okay. Then
if
I'm in the clear.
yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing personally. Right,
You've
I'm
seen
gonna
my
ask.
car. That was a fairly cheap purchase.
Fair. You should see mine. It's non-existent. But I wanted to ask you a quick question. Now, I don't think any of us have ever asked you before.
Oh no.
When are you uploading a video? Or is it the meme now that you're never going to upload to that channel ever again? You're just going to make a new one?
I don't know. It got to the point where, and looking back on it, it's so weird that it happened after I hit what in my mind was genuinely like quite a massive goal of 200 subscribers, which has now dropped quite significantly. But
Is
still,
it?
yeah, I think it's at like 195 now.
I was going to say
if not
193, but I'm hoping it's higher than that.
I can double check right now.
I'm checking before you.
193. Ooh.
Fuck. How did I know that?
You know, like it's one of those that genuinely, to me, God, looking back on my thumbnails, a lot of them were dreadful. Certainly learn. You can see how like my certain style developed through my editing and otherwise over time. I need to go back through these videos. I didn't even know I uploaded Players Unknown. Can't remember that. Sorry, I'm going back through my channel. There's
Wait, you uploaded
so
PUBG?
many memories. Yeah, apparently.
I remember,
That was
like,
just
genuinely,
one
like,
video.
I mean this from my heart. I genuinely loved the GTA 5 series.
Yeah, it's
They
one
were
of the-
so much fun.
I had some great encouragement, like, and I wasn't doing it for,
Views.
like, yeah, I wasn't doing it for views. I was mainly doing it for us because
Is this?
I found it funny, and as a result, I think I got mostly positive feedback from you guys, which was always good. But it was a way of, like, perhaps seeing even games that we weren't necessarily in, but people we knew were, like, what happened, things that I thought were funny that happened from my point of view. It was a fun thing to me, and I can't lie, it wasn't exactly difficult work. Not that you could even call it work. It wasn't a difficult, wouldn't even call it a hobby. It wasn't a difficult thing that I was doing, but over time, I just got burnt out on it, to be honest. It was like doing it every week. You can see, there are some videos you can tell I literally did them in
5 seconds.
well, pretty much. Like, I put together a quick talks video, like general update, or I put the video together and edited it in an hour or so, and I could get away with it because it wasn't a complicated. I just made cuts between different clips. It wasn't exactly, again, complicated, but I just managed to burn myself out on it because I'm quite lazy.
You did a Happy Wheels special?
Trying to remember if that was one of the fake April Fool's ones or one of the real ones.
Also, I'm just watching clips from your Euro Truck Simulator live stream, and your chat is horrific.
Oh man, I'm not sure.
Like, there's AMG S6 saying you're a terrible driver, and then there's 2 people just saying you're shit.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I dig it. I need to. Videos.
Oh shit.
But at the same time, I don't want to put the effort into them. So the way I used to do it as well was I had a software called Plays TV, which is unfortunately now dead. And basically what I was doing with that was I was recording. It basically always recorded in the background with basically no system hit as well, which was amazing. But then I could just press a button and it would record the past 2 minutes or 1 minute. I think I changed from 2 to 1 minute because 2-minute clips were just taking up more space unnecessarily. And that made it easy to get a lot of clips. If I go on my drive now, I can tell you how many best of clips I've got or approximately, how many I've got. Some of these.
Can I just give you a fun fact?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got the same amount of videos on your channel as you do subscribers.
Damn, I was
You've got
so close.
193 videos and
That's
193
going to be
subscribers.
public, I suppose. Sorry, I've got 1,527 files, 303 gigabytes of footage, and most, not all of that, I'll admit. The vast majority of that, though, is best of moments.
Christ.
And they were just never edited. They're still sitting on my hard drive.
I edit them for you.
Some of them, to be fair, are also possibly ones that I did upload, but then I didn't delete afterwards, which I sometimes forgot to do. But again, that's only going to be a couple videos worth.
Genuinely, if you send them to me, I'll edit them for you.
Man, yeah, if honestly, a quick way to do that would genuinely be you come over and plug into my PC. Well, obviously you can't.
No, you don't send me all the files.
Oh, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you need to go through all 300 gigabytes of crap I've got here. You can't just. How are you going to even select? They're just in folders with the name of the game on. Some of them are just empty.
Precisely. I just pick.
Oh, well, what would you like? We've got.
Where's GTA?
I'll see if I've got a GTA folder.
Oh god.
Oh no, I think it might be even worse. Some of these games, at some point, I've just noticed I've got a file called Recovered. Oh dear. Yeah, I've got a file called Recovered, which appears to contain 230 gigabytes of that space. So at some point, they all got lumped into one mass file instead of organized files.
Oh.
And I don't know what, I can't remember what happened there. It's longer. But yeah, I genuinely would like to upload more videos just for like us, perhaps a few small other people who think it's funny and stupid. But I guess I'm just too lazy on that. I just got
Borderlands
too burnt
3.
out. It's one. I'd either now I'd need to go and create new footage, or I'd be using footage. I mean, I still could, but footage that's a couple of years old.
I think you should just upload your video like nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean that would be.
Just carry on. No, like just pretend there hasn't been a 2-year gap. Just carry on uploading videos with that old footage, like it just like it was the blip, like nothing had happened.
Nothing will happen. Yeah, that would be a. That's the power move. Perhaps I should just start by uploading, like, when we occasionally do like long playthroughs of Euro Truck or insert game name here. Maybe I should just like upload a session of that.
I do actually have a few clips from our Euro, like when we last played Euro Truck Online, or Truck is MP.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I'm not kidding you. They're all. I literally mean this. They're all but 2 clips of me just trying to defend myself when you guys are like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
like
because it was mostly you doing something stupid.
No, okay, look.
It was funny.
No. The
We
best
have the footage. You can upload this and prove this.
I might make a video out of it because
You have to now.
there's a clip of me going over the rail line at stupid speeds while you 2 had stopped. Yes, that's my fault of me being stupid. I didn't get hit, didn't cause any incidents. I lived.
Oh yeah.
However, there's a clip of me indicating for about 5 seconds to the right. There's a T junction, and I'm indicating to go right for a good 5, maybe even 10 seconds, like longer than I should be anyway.
Yeah.
And Agent Oink is coming up behind me. I'm slowing down to turn right, and he just rams right into me and says, "Why the fuck did you stop? You didn't indicate."
Okay.
Now, fair enough. If the game didn't load my indication, my indicator or my lights, but he saw I stopped.
Yeah.
So, come on. Honestly, I might get one of these clips up on the fucking podcast just to prove my point.
Yeah, you should.
Right.
Okay, in the meantime, we're going to have to organise a day where we go through every one of my videos.
Yes.
And just organise them, because there are...
Oh, I thought you meant your uploads. I was like, yeah, I'll be more than happy to just make a video of us watching all your uploads.
Oh. For the React video. So you can do that.
Right, let me mute this and just watch it. What's this one?
Me trying to get in on my hype things, like why the Battlefield 5 trailer wasn't that bad. To be fair, it wasn't. From what I remember, it was pretty decent.
It was alright. I think, because they took a lot of the stuff out from the trailer in the actual game.
Yeah. hate
I
it when games do that.
think one of the problems with that was the fact that they were trying to go, oh look, we're realistic, then proceeded to add
Yeah.
prosthetics into the game, which I was fine with. You know, they do what they wish. It's their game. I don't have anything to say on it. But the fact that people got really pissed off by this was surprising. Where the fuck's this?
Yeah, some people have some weird priorities.
Yeah, it's honestly, I'm hoping the new Battlefield, which comes out later this year, is good. The new Call of Duty, hopefully it's good. They're all fun games, and you know I'm not going to argue against that. But here's one of the clips. Let me get this on the stream quickly. I don't know. It's man. I think people are just a bit too easily offended when it comes
load
to.
up the stream now. Sorry, I was on my channel still.
Oh, fair. Am I even gonna? Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Am I even gonna be able to get this? Because Twitch. Oh, don't do this to me now. Sod it, I'm just gonna have to do this, aren't I?
You can do it, I believe.
Oh no, I just have to do it as a display capture because it just won't pick up fucking movie thing. Sorry, I worded that quickly, weirdly, but it's not. I don't think people are easily offended. It's just people look for reasons to be offended. If that makes sense, at times, I think that's fair to say. Right, we're just gonna watch this clip because it is quite amusing. Let's like.
There we go.
So here's a famous clip. Now I didn't have anything in the wrong here for context. We'll just skip across. So there we go. There's me almost flipping the truck.
Surprisingly little delay for me today. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is a moment where I'm almost flipping the truck. I don't know. There's only like 4 clips, so I might have to get more footage to actually make a video out of it. But yeah, we're coming up here. As you can see there, Alfie and Phelan are in front of us. They're driving quite close to each other, which is dangerous.
Are we? Hang on, I'm trying to look now because the pillar's in the way.
No, you've separated now, but you did get dangerously close a minute ago. But there you go. There you see a train. The train has gone past. It's safe. Nothing wrong with this situation. I made it no injuries to anybody. So that's a situation where I'm like, that's safe. However,
I mean, it's not. Also, remember, trains are not synced across multiplayer, as we found out.
Yes, or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, this was a moment that was blatantly not my fault, but all of you had a go at me for it. Like, genuinely.
It's always fun just to accuse you as well.
No, this was just the game being fucky. So we're coming off the motorway in a moment. Do you remember this? Yeah, we're coming off on the slip road.
No.
You're going around quite fast. I don't know if that's just the game. I'm coming around quite fast, admittedly, at 60. I should probably slow down at this point. But I'm like, I slow down. I make it around the corner. No issues. Nothing to worry about. Agent Oink is quite a fair bit behind me anyway. I get closer to you than anything. And I'm like, okay, this is all finey diny dandy pandy. And then all of a sudden, this fucking thing happens. And I don't know why. Okay, I think I know why, but it's still just the most.
On earth? Sorry, can we watch that again?
So what I just realized, I just remembered what happened because my game froze. I disappeared for Agent Oink, and then I spawned inside him.
Yeah.
And that's what causes this manic. I get the blame for it.
He was getting quite close behind you, but
I still got the blame for it. It was not my fault.
Of course you got the blame for it. It's because situations like that often were your fault.
No, they were. I'm trying to find this. What the fuck happened here?
I don't know. I'm enjoying this though. Like, this is a clip review, and we didn't even have to pay 10,000 channel credits.
Oh, I know. There's a one clip I want to watch, and I'm struggling to find it. It's pissing me off because it's quite a funny clip. Oh, is this it? Yes. This is the clip where I'm indicating, and Agent Oink blames it on me. So, we're just, for context, we've just come out of a port. He's in front of me.
Clips of sound, sorry, or is this
no,
just me
it's just, I could turn sound on, because you will hear you guys. But, Agent Ike is in front of us.
Damn, Charles is speeding.
Yeah. He stops for some. He's brake testing me.
Yep.
As you can tell, he's finding that quite
I
amusing.
warned you with my horn, didn't I not?
Anyway, let's
Oh.
skip ahead a little bit.
It is pretty
So
easy.
this is where I'm coming up to the junction. You can slightly see it on the
Yeah,
map.
I can see it on the map.
It's a T junction. I want to turn
Okay,
right.
at least we're gonna unlock Carl's Corona. What's going?
There's
through here,
there's
Charles.
delicious. Okay, I'm messing around a little bit. He's trying to overtake me for some
Yeah, that's what we
reason,
did, to
but
be
I'm
fair.
indicating. I'm indicating the wrong way as a funny joke, but I indicate the right way
Charles.
still. I say a fair distance away.
Hey, Satan's here. 1 out of 27.
I slow down, and he just
There are so many achievements.
late.
he full on hits me.
Oh yeah, he just said, "Why did you indicate so late?" Okay.
So yeah, I
And then
indicate
round
quite a
round
fair
distance.
distance away in my opinion. Admittedly, I didn't
Oh, yeah.
slow down. I feel like if I was to do this, I should have
Charles.
slowed down a bit sooner. But still, he wouldn't hit
I mean,
me.
again, it's absolutely.
Hey,
we
Satan's
just,
here,
we
1
mess
out of
around, we
27.
get extremely
Yeah.
close to each other.
Before
we
you
swerve.
There are
indicate
so
that
many
so
achievements.
late.
Which, if you're actually trucking, isn't something you want to do, but it can have some funny consequences.
Okay.
What's this
Okay.
clip? This is one of my
Wait,
favourite
probably isn't
clips.
gonna
I
go well
think.
for me. We're gonna have a little
because-
drag race.
You can hear. I'll turn it down a little.
No
bit.
ramming. This is a
So this is when we had a drag race
Oh,
moment.
good God.
We did this a couple
Oh, yeah,
times
I
on our
forgot we were doing
journeys.
this.
There we go. So like I said, I'd get clear of your barrier just
So-
before we...
Do a little drag race.
Start.
Obviously, if it's just gonna spoil it,
That's fair.
I win. Anyway, we're
And
going
I'm
ahead,
confident about my...
and
Okay.
What the fuck?
this bit here, I don't know whose fault this is. So this is up to chat, and you can get your own opinion. But I don't know.
Oh,
That's such a
I
bad
don't like
idea,
where this is
Charles.
going.
Oh no.
He didn't just crash.
Charles.
Why?
Charles.
So-
It seems like you swerved to go around him. Either way, like we're obviously blocking you. I could see that.
On the left.
But it seems like you went to go around to the right, and then at the last minute decided to
Fuck is
back out of
this?
doing that.
Okay, see...
Okay,
So,
this
what
this
the fuck?
lastly.
It seems like
It's
the
just the whole
collision
sky flash,
itself
is
was your fault. is
Okay,
why.
I'll take that. Lastly, this is one of my favourite clips
Yep.
because it is just one of those bullshit moments in the game.
I'm so slow down.
So I think this was one of our last legs, at least one of my last legs in the game.
Oh yeah.
I'm going slowly until
Just
you go.
chilling and all that. And then we come across this, which
You did.
nobody really figured out at all what happens, which I find quite amusing because
We've
you
got
go
round
way
with
too
us, so that's
fast.
gonna be good.
Ooh, what the fuck? Sorry, my brakes aren't working hot at all.
And then
That's
everybody
unusual.
comes
What the
in.
fuck?
Hurry F. Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
Oh
Okay,
yeah, and
see,
then
my
that guy
brakes
has
were
to
my
go up
fault.
on
The weird thing is,
verge.
on my end, the light was green as well.
Oh, it's red for me.
I really
still.
wish you rammed into him.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, and then we had like 6 people come
Um,
up behind us, all coming at
this-
stupid speeds.
Okay, I didn't
it
get a red
seems
light
like a thing
offense.
again where it was that
Yeah.
traffic
They
light right there. I was
Yeah.
about to say about that.
What's happened?
They
I went-
tend to be well.
Oh,
synced
what
in
did you do
cities.
here?
I've got a very bar.
I
What's
don't
happened?
actually
I
know.
went up on the grass
Sorry,
quite
my
a bit.
cat's eating my food. No, I either wasn't paying attention, like I was looking behind, figuring out what was happening, or I just generally wasn't paying attention.
I think it was the latter. No, actually, you sound like you were eating, so probably
Oh,
that.
that could be it.
I love F1, so yeah. I want to play more EST though because of the new lighting. It looks really nice at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's still in beta, but
Yeah, but I do want to. I personally, I want to make more videos. I at the moment, it seems like Call of Duty is my only interest, but it's not. I just want to come up with more
Yeah, but it's true.
compilations.
I really want to drive one of those like really long trucks that we needed the specific DLC for.
What they need to do
You
is
need
make
it
an
for a certain
Aussie
country.
map. So
Yeah,
also, do you want to see what this Look, I'm sorry, but you blamed me for something that blatantly wasn't my fault.
yeah, sounds about right.
And I need to find it because it was hysterical for one. Secondly, blatantly not my fault. And you'll remember this because we had a huge argument after.
I
So
won't remember it.
there we go, found it. So we were playing some Dirt 4 because this wonderful fella bought it for me and the lads. Which was wonderful,
Played
thank
Dirt 4 together?
you. Yes.
See, this is what I mean about not remembering it. I remember I swear I remember getting it from me, maybe someone else. I don't remember ever playing it with anyone.
So we played Dirt 4. I know that. Here's one of the. So it was me, Agent Oink is always, and Delicious. And we were doing
Oh, no, I remember.
speed car on one of the shortest maps. And
I very much remember. This is all I needed.
these two were getting really annoyed at me. So I'm going to play the sound so you guys can hear how annoyed they get at me. But they were getting annoyed at me. And Ash is in the background watching us. He's watching me. I'm streaming the game on Discord. And you can tell blatantly from the start.
I know what this is.
Yes, you can tell from the start that they're trying to kill me, as you can clearly see. Now, what you're about to see is an absolute game changer, where I almost lost my life and almost lost my job. I'll just let it play, and you can hear how annoyed they get at me for this. So,
I know exactly what this was.
So as you can hear there, Agent Oink says, "How is that not your fault?" Now, let's just go back a few frames. You can see here, Agent Oink is right in front of us. He's spun. I've spun. Delicious has spun. Well, it's
spun. Hang on,
no.
let's-
So no.
let's be
We
clear.
lost traction, but we kept hold of.
Yeah.
We kept on track. We kept.
I had to
No.
move down the inside because Charlie at this point is in the middle of the
Yeah.
track, and also I think I might have just turned a little bit.
Now,
early, to be fair as well.
I have no visuals of him. He is in my complete blind spot. I'm just following a track line.
Look at where he is on the track would be my response to
No.
that.
I lost a little.
Let's see. Let's
No, I lost a.
forward. So there, you can see he's towards the middle of the track. Then he starts coming over to the left. So
So
I'm saying this with a couple of seconds of delay. So what happens there is I come up on my left-hand side, am forced partly off the course, and to try and keep traction, I turn, which ends up going into him. I think we both spun.
I don't know. I
I
assume
can't
you
remember.
spun, but like I have no idea where you are. So I was just following a track line. I needed to go to the outside to keep traction on that corner. 'Cause it's a tight corner. I only see you for a fraction of a second. And then I love how Agent Oink instantly puts the blame on me.
I mean, yeah. I was.
So yeah, that happened. I want to make a video of that as well because there's some great clips from that. Like, did you see the one of
There's
me
one.
jumping over the fence?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah, I
it's the
remember
one I want to
something
show
happening
this
then.
because the laugh gets me every time. The laugh just gets me every time. So this is the last clip we're going to show of the podcast. So again, we're doing trucks just on an off-road. Agent Oink at this point had already been disqualified for trying to hit me and hitting a wall straight ahead. Quite amusing. And I managed to do this.
Oh, I remember this now. There it is.
So the laugh.
Impressive. And he
gets
wonders
me.
why we instantly accuse him in games when he manages to pull things like that off.
Okay, no, I'm not allowing this because I just want to show you what these two try to do to me. Right, this is literally 5 seconds into a fucking race. Oh shit,
Okay.
there it is.
Imagine not being a text to get lower.
So,
At this point, I thought this was because he'd taken us out a few times.
I didn't. I hadn't touched
No,
them.
let's be fair. No, we each did this, but to be fair, there would be races where someone would go through a corner, and then the person behind them.
Like, I'm trying to stay as far away as I can, and then some dick's doing this to me.
Okay, was that me?
I don't know.
Alright, Charles.
That was... And then it's this bit. I think this is what killed Alfie. Oh, maybe not.
Run, Alfie, run.
I'm trying to think, is this the one where he... Yep, yeah, that's where it kills Alfie. So, you can tell we're professional drivers.
And then
you
yeah,
know.
you come in smashing into me because it's a first corner. We're just messing around in big trucks.
We need to play some more Dirt 4. You know what, I might come
I
up...
think
If Agent Oink's awake
Dirt 3
later...
for the game mode, but
Yeah.
I prefer the visuals of Dirt 4 slightly. I prefer the game modes like and how the rally works in 3.
Well, I'll ask Agent Oink, we see if we can get any more clips out of that. So what? Why have they just started posting all of this? I'm interested. So
Okay.
if anybody's wondering, on Twitter there's a page called Battlefield 6 headquarters where they just post a bunch of stuff about Battlefield 6, and they've just posted a bunch of Battlefield 3 screenshots. Interesting.
Battlefield 3 times 2.
I do hope it is sort of like a Battlefield 3S game, genuinely.
Mm.
I'm excited to see what it is like.
Like another Vietnam game, just because that's not really one. Like, there's Battlefield Vietnam, there's Rising. It is Rising Storm, isn't it? Rising Storm Vietnam.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not many, like, Vietnam-based, especially vehicle-based shooters. So,
No, I think it's one of those ones where it's been a bit too overused.
Really?
Like I don't think it'll make a good Battlefield game. A good Battlefield DLC, certainly. They did that with Bad Company 2 and that worked flawlessly.
They did it with Battlefield Vietnam though, and that was awesome. The physics in that game were awesome. The vehicles had different like functionality that you didn't have in 1942.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they're like they could definitely make something. I think DLC would be more preferred if they were to do Vietnam. Though the new game that Antimatter are making, the people who made Rise and Storm Vietnam, looks quite good. However, I feel like they're a little late to the party right now because of it. For context, it's a Cold War shooter.
Yeah.
Call of Duty have already done that, and I think they've definitely taken that subject and done what they can with it. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. They haven't really revealed too much on it at the moment.
Yeah, Cold War's one of those weird things where it's in recent enough history and in a generic enough setting that outside of a story mission like you had in Call of Duty, pardon me, I think it is just too generic and too recent. Like the story itself was, at least in my opinion, pretty good, if not just good enough. But then multiplayer-wise, it's just too similar to a shooter even set in modern day. It's guns that we're very familiar with. It's terrain that we're often very familiar with that sort of building style layout. But I mean, it could be interesting, especially as, Vietnam was obviously a good game by them, so...
Yeah, no, it was a great game.
There's potential behind the studio. I'm not so sure about the idea, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. So
Hopefully, it would be. I don't know. It would be interesting to see what they say. I just saw news saying that apparently it's not confirmed, but there's rumors saying that Battlefield could be spoken about or revealed at the end of March.
Okay.
Which is interesting. We do have information that the new Call of Duty, and this is old, but the new Call of Duty is made by Sledgehammer, which I don't think they've made a single good COD, or at least a good, like a COD that people enjoy. I liked World War II personally. Not many people did. So
yeah, that had very mixed reviews, which is a shame.
Also, Portal got an update. Portal 2, sorry, got a co-op improvements and Vulkan support update.
Oh, Epic Vulkan support's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's weird. That's interesting. I'm excited to see what happens this year, if anything. At the moment, Battlefield is probably my most excited one because Battlefield 5 was a failure. I think that's the best way of just putting it. It didn't do as well as they wanted it to. And it wasn't really what people were looking for. Personally, I feel like World War II games by that time were a bit just boring. They were way overused at that time, I guess. And they kind of went with a direction for it that just nobody really wanted. Personally,
Yeah.
I didn't, at least. The fact that Battlefield 3 was free was amazing, and I still love that game. The modding support for it now is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very happy with how that's done. And overall, hopefully it does well. I'm excited to see what it is. This is when it's just something nobody ever wants and nobody asked for. Something I'm probably going to leave till Agent Oink comes on the next podcast, but Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 got a bit more information revealed. We have more information on Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is looking really good. It's definitely bigger than anybody had ever expected, which is good. It looks like they're going to bring out an amazing game. It wasn't something I was excited for, and definitely wasn't too interested in when I first heard about it. A PvE Overwatch. I play Overwatch for its competitive side. However,
Mm.
it does look like they're going with a very in-depth, story-based, beautiful version.
Maybe we'll get
So,
Battleborn 2 that will release at the same time, and we'll have another little
Yeah.
payload shooter to see which one's the better. Of course, the obvious answer is still going to be TF2.
yeah, no, the obvious option is Warzone, but
As a payload shooter.
yeah, Warzone's a payload shooter.
So I don't think it has a single payload.
In other news, this was something I saw yesterday. NZXT, sorry, I've had to bring back some of
Case
the
fires.
cases because it's causing case fires,
Yep.
which
This
Well done.
was- I don't know if I've been following it from pardon me. Gamers Nexus did a small series on it, and I think it was an issue. I can't remember if it's an issue that they discovered or not. I think it was where basically for those of you who aren't aware, and correct me if I'm wrong, the screws that went into a part of a circuit board in the case, if worn down enough, could get to the point where they would contact the circuit board, which would cause a short and then potentially a fire. Originally,
Interesting.
NZXT's proposal was to change out the metal screws for nylon screws. However, that would only be a short-term fix, as the area around the screw would still get worn down over time. And also, it meant if you bought the case second-hand and it didn't have those screws in it, you'd be at a very high risk if you went to put metal ones in. So they were pushed very heavily by the community to completely redesign the circuit board so it has basically like protection around the screw holes, which it should have done from the start, to be fair. It doesn't fill you with confidence, does it, though, when a manufacturer's that big? Like, they're quite a big name, NZXT,
Yeah,
when they're doing things like that.
it is unfortunate. I really liked their cases. However, it
Yeah.
was not the greatest thing to hear.
Yeah, they look decent. I'd say it's not put me off indefinitely, but it's definitely put me off for a good while. If I was to look into PC cases, I would absolutely exclude NZXT from my searches.
Yeah, no, that's true. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying. Because their cases do look really nice. However, there are loads of good options: Fractal Design, Corsair, Be Quiet. They make great cases. All have different functions and different purposes. So it's really dependent on how much you're wanting to spend on a case.
Yeah.
In other news, which I've just read, and I'm actually quite excited about, and I think if you haven't heard about it, I think you might be interested in this. I don't know if this is paid. I can't find anything about it, but there's an update coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator which updates the United Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I've not seen specifically what it does, but
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but they've added high resolution 3D photogrammetry, for cities of Birmingham, Bristol, Cambridge, London, Oxford, and they've added 5 new airports, which is Barrow, Liverpool, Land's End, and Manchester.
Land's End. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's an interesting one.
That one I didn't know there was an airport there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a very small, not commercial, but not private, if that makes
Okay.
sense from what I know.
Not that I can see on here. It doesn't say if it's free or not. I assume it will be, like the Japanese
Yes,
update.
yeah, I think it will be from as
However,
I understand it.
Another update about this, about Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I think you'll be interested in. However, this is paid for, which is the unfortunate part, is someone has designed and will be adding an F-15 package for £27.
They absolutely have to, because they had it in Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
Yes, or they'll be adding loads of other planes that they had that you have to pay for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. At the same time, I am someone who plays DCS, where it can be upwards of £40 for a plane.
Yeah,
But when you
this
have to pay £80 for a game up front and then pay for terrain afterwards, and then it's. I really do wish, and I don't fully understand, to be honest. I wish the game was more consistent, like with the terrain, because if you do go to certain areas in Cornwall, even in major countries, if you go away from the cities, it's nothing like. Well, it's not really anything like the bits that were shown in the trailers. The cities and things are detailed, they're well packed. Also, I'm not expecting 4K buildings.
I am.
But then some places are literally just like one continuous blob, like one long blob, and it's a train line in real life. I don't know. It's impressive but disappointing at the same time. Is just how I'd review that entire game.
So yeah, so talking about this pack, they're going to be adding the F-15 C, D, E, and I variants, all
Okay,
accurately
interesting.
rendered. However, according to the notes, they are not intended for high fidelity study level simulation.
But then why? That at that point kind of pissed me off. If it's going to be extra £27 for this, and it's going to be not as simulatory as the rest of the, like, yes, that's a standard to keep up with for sure, but it's a standard they've set themselves. So that kind of pisses me off. It really does. Like, if they'd added it as a throwback for free to like Microsoft Flight Simulator X and other versions, then I could understand, like, okay, it's a little bit less detailed, but fair. But when you've set that level of detail for everything else, all the other vehicles in your game, as far as I'm aware, I've not played in a while, but especially all the default ones, adding one that's you've skimped out on and you're actively admitting, well, at least they're admitting it, I suppose, rather than releasing it
Yeah.
like that. But that does piss me off a little bit.
I've got something else here that's going to
unfair.
piss you off a little bit more.
Okay.
Reading more into this, obviously it seems unlikely that you're going to be able to use any of the arsenal. Well, nah, I didn't expect
That's fair
that.
enough. Yep.
There's going to be a bunch of liveries. I've never understood how you say that word.
Either way.
And paint kits, including stuff like the 493rd FS based at the RFA Lakenheath. The first tactical
Right.
fighter wing legacy for that's the F-15C, the F-15E will stuff. It will be stuff from the 391st Fighter Squadron. So yeah, they've got a bunch of liveries, which is cool, I guess.
Sure.
However, the biggest problem with this pack, and this was something I wasn't made aware of, is the current engine, the current Microsoft Flight Simulator engine, doesn't support supersonic flight. So you can only reach Mach 1 in the F-15. Which was something, unless they update the engine,
The
I
flight
wasn't made
doesn't
aware of.
Support, because, I mean, yeah, you can certainly go beyond Mach. Does that just mean they don't simulate it above Mach?
I can't, so the description on Just Flight warns that the game currently doesn't support supersonic flight, meaning that unless and until the flight model is updated, the F-15 will top out at Mach 1.
Okay. I'd be interested about that, because obviously it was via glitches or via like steep dives that the real aircraft wouldn't survive. We were able to achieve beyond Mach 1 in all the existing aircraft so far. So that really confuses and interests me. I'm not sure if some wires have been crossed there, or if I'm misunderstanding.
I'm assuming it just means that it doesn't support it, so it won't simulate stuff like sonic booms.
Yeah,
and all
would be
that.
fair.
Which is in my opinion, why didn't they just? Is it that hard to simulate supersonic speeds?
Yeah, it's because like the aerodynamics changes a bit, but when you've got the rest of the engine built as a flight simulator, if you've built it properly, because they built this obviously from the ground up, they've shot themselves in the foot at some point in development to not have enabled that, or at least enabled the potential for that.
Yeah, no, that is really silly, and I don't understand why they haven't just added it. And as you said, it was built from the ground up. It's not like it's an engine that it's hard to code for because they haven't done much with it. It's their engine.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just looking at the fact they've added VR support. I'm just looking at what they've added the support for. Um,
VR and things, possibly might play Microsoft Flight Sim at some point. I don't know. I'd have to get on Game Pass again because I'm not paying £80 for it.
and having to
I
pay
really
DLC.
want to do DCS in VR with you guys.
Yeah.
That's honestly one of the things I'm most excited for.
I don't know. I've literally got a max of 50 gigs right now, so I need to delete some games and all
Yeah,
that.
we have to buy you like another
Hard drive.
goddamn hard drive.
Well, I need to get a new one.
I've got a hard drive here. I don't know if it's corrupted, but I've got one here. If it works, I'll give it to you.
Oh, by the way, the VR release is going to be autumn. Gucci.
Wait, it's going to be in autumn. What?
Yes.
Are
VR
you
support
sure?
has come out for Flight Sim Community Most Wanted features. Somewhat something one of the developers acknowledges in his announcement. And the feature was initially expected to release this autumn before slight delay.
Oh, yes, no, so it has released, which is what I thought.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. So
they're
they're talking. Yeah, no,
okay.
I read that. It's just worded weirdly because they're just talking
Yes.
about how he spoke about it back in the day. The next big update is January the 28th, 2021. Cool, so it should be out by now.
Yes, yeah. Thought it was.
Fair. Man, I'm just a little bit annoyed about the DLC shit and all that, but no, the update looks cool. The Britain update looks really nice. I have to reinstall. I'll delete some games tonight and I'll reinstall DCS World tonight. I just need to remember how the shortcuts for the A10 because I can't remember for the life of me any of the shortcuts to start the game, start the playing up without
Yeah.
going for a
Let me just check
15
up.
year.
So, obviously, I don't know exactly what they mean by it's not going to. What did you say? The F-15 wasn't. It wasn't going to be a fully. How did they word it?
Fully fledged. Was it? Give me a moment. Let me get the article up
Yeah,
again.
absolutely. No, I just want because I want to make a comparison here, and I want it to be fair.
What are you comparing it to? Huh? I can't find the article. Fuck's sake. Where is it?
Okay.
Oh, no, found it. Right.
Okay.
So they said. God, where is it in this article? My God, why is it not just a simple fucking sentence, man?
Dear.
Do apologise. Do you want to carry on with what you're saying if I find it?
Well, what I was going to say, because, right, DCS World has different levels of simulation against the viewers. There are some modules which are developed so that you can click and use like every button in the cockpit as you would in real life. Microsoft Flight Sim, with all the base models, has that to an extent, though I know for a fact that certain controls just don't work because they've just not implemented it, unless that's changed since I played it. And DCS though also have I guess you'd call them less interactive. So the flight model is fully simulated, the graphics are the same, the textures are the same on it. They've not cheaped out on that. It's just they often don't have clickable or at least fully clickable cockpits. For reference, the F-15, which you can buy as part of a pack of like 6 or 7 aircraft in DCS, if you buy it standalone in DCS, is £13. So you get a fully modelled, like a fully modelled flight characteristics. You get it's fully textured, it's fully modelled. Obviously, I understand, and I don't expect Microsoft to add weapons, but that's a bonus of something you get in DCS. And like I say, it's £13, and yes, you have to buy all the other aircraft in DCS apart from 2, but you don't have to pay 80 quid for the game up front, which is...
And they have consistent
it's
sales.
very Microsoft. Yeah, like, but honestly, they have a sale for each season. So they have a winter one, a June, a summer, whatever. June, yeah, sure, that's a season. I think they recently had their Chinese New Year sale, but I wouldn't say every event they get a chance, but very, very often
Oh, found it,
they
by the
have
way.
things on sale where I that's when I'll buy modules for like half price. Not that I've not spent a ridiculous amount still.
And they do special occasions like this Christmas in December. They made all the vehicles free to fly.
Yeah, you could. I do wish they had test periods more often,
Yeah.
or just in general. That's actually something they could do. But then again, Microsoft doesn't offer that ever. So
So the words they used is they're not intended to be high fidelity study level simulations.
right, they've been purposefully and annoyingly vague with that.
Yep.
But I can almost guarantee that the F-15 in DCS World, if it was just the two side by side, it was the same download size, it was the same accessibility level, then the F-15 in DCS is going to be so many more times better for half the price.
Just want to add, this is a community DLC.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So
Because it on the same hand though, Eagle Dynamics who make DCS?
Yeah.
I think they might have made. I can't remember if they've made the F-15 or someone else has.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know. I think on Steam it's developed and published under their name, but I think a lot of their modules are, even if they didn't make them.
Fair.
I don't know, it says Eagle Dynamics on the pictures. So yeah, but I'm just going to mention that a lot of the modules in DCS aren't made by the developers of the game themselves. It's almost like third-party studios
Oh, the F-15 is
But
only
then again, they
14
also-
quid.
develop stuff for it.
The F-15C I want to add. It's not Steam compatible though. Damn.
It is if you buy it. Well, it is if you buy it through Steam. There used to be a thing where if you bought it on Steam. No, that was it. It's. Pardon me. If you buy a module on Steam that was released before a certain date, you can also use that key in the standalone game, which I would absolutely recommend getting. Be the standalone version. Give them a choice. Just because it gets updated a bit more regularly, it has a little bit more support for different models. I think the F-15C was the first DCS module I got, and I got it through a Steam giveaway.
Oh, nice.
Because it was someone saying, like, someone put a guide up of the F-15 and then said, like, comment on this or whatever for a chance to win. And I was one of only, like, 5 people to do it, so I got it.
But currently on their website, every module is 15... £50, sorry.
Yeah, some of their modules are, like, £80 for... And obviously, I know they put a lot of detail in, but £80 is a lot to ask someone, I'll admit, for an aircraft.
Oh, interesting.
Just noticed, yeah, sorry, I was just looking at their Steam page. They've still got old screenshots from previous engine versions, so it doesn't even look as good as it does now.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't played it in the new version, sorry.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So they have ED miles, where, from what I understand, if you, the more you fly, the you can get chances of getting discounts.
Oh, okay. If that's how it works, that's awesome.
I'm trying to
Last
think.
it worked that I saw it was just like bonus points, like on Humble Bundle when you buy something, it adds some money to your Humble wallet. It was just that, as far as I'm aware. They might have changed it.
I don't know. Maybe it's kind of hard to find. Yes, I'll have to install that again, and we'll have to play some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Definitely. Lastly, when it comes to gaming news, apparently Apple I can't read that word. Ponus? Apple something Valve as part of its legal battle with Epic. Valve fights back. So Valve is getting involved with this whole Apple thing that I completely forgot is going on still.
Speaking to Caden about this, actually, about what Steam were doing. Yeah. So Apple, and again, you'll have the article there, so feel free to correct me. Apple, in an effort to prove that they're not a monopoly and that there are other options for Epic, which I don't think there are personally, but said to Steam, could you send us your user data for certain things so that, like, we can prove how how systems like ours work. And Valve straight up said no. Flat out no. I don't know if they were given reasons, but the reasons I've heard that are that could be derived from what Steam said or could be from the community. First of all, Steam aren't a mobile marketplace, and also they're not the only. They don't limit games like by platform. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. As far as I'm aware, on an iOS device, you have to purchase apps through the Apple Store. There aren't any other storefront options. I could be wrong, but I think if you get an iPhone, they claim it's for security, and that's sort of a generic bullcrap. I could be wrong. There could be other options,
From
or they
what
might
I'm
allow
reading,
you rather to use other options. But yeah, have a read, see what's.
So yeah, from what I'm reading, it's just Apple. Like, yeah, they just asked for some of Valve's information, I guess, user information.
Yes.
And Valve were just like, no. So one of these quotes was, in a masterpiece of understatement, Valve's legal counsel writes, Apple wrongly claims that these requests are narrow. They are not.
Okay.
So basically, I think what Apple was saying is, can we have this information to help us prove our case? Valve were like, no, they're quite like, you want a lot of information. Probably you want more user information than you've got now, or like you want as many people as possible on your Facebook account. I don't know, but basically they're like, hey, we want this amount of information. Valve were like, well, that's a lot of information. We don't want to give you that information. And then they're like, no, it's a very narrow amount of information. You know, we don't want their bank accounts. We just want their names or something like that. And Valve were like, no, we can see what you want. You know, you've given us the request. No, we're not giving you this information. Yeah, I think that sums it up. But it could be wrong. But from what I'm reading, that's basically it.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't realize this because this started April 2020. So this has been going on August 2020.
April? Oh, okay. For Wednesday. Jeez.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a good tweet here. Apple claims its rules apply equally to every developer. Paraphrasing Orwell. Some are more equal than others. So
it literally doesn't, because they give discounts to specific apps, so they don't have to pay them as much of a percentage for in-app purchases.
yeah,
I know for a fact that that's the thing. What the hell are they on?
it's Apple. Oh Christ! So yeah, it's just going on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope Epic come out and I really don't know whether they will.
I hope they do, but
Legally, I don't know what the standings are, because at the end of the day, Epic obviously did violate their terms of service. But also, Apple are and will continue to be a bunch of dicks when it comes to software, when it comes to hardware, when it comes to like even things like there was that monitor stand and the thing, and it's
oh my
things
god,
like even Linus Tech Tips defended them, saying, you know, it's part of their brand and blah blah. I don't know. I don't think you should be encouraging.
I
that or
wouldn't say
defending
that's
it.
defending them. I would say that's just literally
No, he
shooting themselves in the
Definitely
foot. Sort of thing.
defended them in their. I don't know. I don't agree with everything Linus says. To be
No,
fair,
to be
so-
fair, he did
so-
break one of his staff's beds, and I don't think he paid for it. I don't know if you've seen that recently.
Yeah,
It's funny.
what a man.
Anyway, I think we should start closing this up a little bit. So
Oh,
we'll start just chilling out, and then we'll call it. I don't know. We'll do it. Oh, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
no, nothing really springs to mind.
Fair. Is there anything you'd like to say, T? Who I would like to get on next week's podcast if we're not full, hopefully. When I say full, I guess like
Full.
10 people's max.
Full, yeah, like we're never gonna be full.
10
Yeah,
people is enough.
VR set up by the next one. I'm really excited.
I hope
to
so.
try-
Oi, calm down. We're not giving away too much.
No, I'm really excited to enjoy my increased field of view and FPS and resolution.
What Pimax did you get?
Hopefully it works. The 5K plus.
5K plus. So it retails for 600 6 grand. 600. I say 600 is a meme, and it's actually
Definitely
600
not
euros.
6 grand. Yeah, I don't know how much it is. I've forgotten how much it is. No, I've checked so many times. And that possibly doesn't include VAT or shipping. It might include VAT now.
Oh, it has
Yeah, I don't
two
think
1440p
shipping.
monitors. Oh, screens, monitors.
Yeah, so it's the, if I remember correctly, a little bit. Oh god, he's got a story about his cat. That'll be interesting. In the meantime, whilst he's typing.
Oh no,
that out,
no,
assuming
wait.
it's
Do you want to
appropriate.
save that for the podcast, or do you want to talk about it now?
Oh, that's good. What was I going to say? So I have a slightly lower vertical resolution, I think, than the index, but I have a wider horizontal one to make up for my increased field of view. Let me double check the index.
What's your field of view then? Wait, I'm reading this. I've got the website
It's-
here. FOV
yeah,
200
That's diagonal.
diagonal. Where's? That's literally the
So-
only FOV it gives you on the website.
Yeah, people aren't happy with Pimax about that. I understand why, but at the same time, they do tell you it's the diagonal one. I think it's like 100 and up to 170 horizontal.
Oh, that's insane.
Well, was the index is up to, I
Yeah.
want to say 130,
Oh, okay.
and standard is 110. Like looking at the normal Vive and the normal Rift.
It's got brainwash support. Oh, sorry, brain warp support.
Yeah, it's got brainwash support.
What
so
the
that's gonna be
fuck
a
that
bit of fun.
means? Nice. That looks like a decent headset, man.
Let me just have a look.
Yeah, no, I'm serious about you coming on. If you'd like to come on.
Yeah, I can't
Next
stop
week.
him, unfortunately.
No. But we'll call it. We're in the stream soon. We'll finish the podcast soon.
Yeah.
And
Is that enough for me?
yeah, I've had enough of everybody.
So about £463 new.
How much did you buy it for again? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
It was like 200. Did I say 200? 250 was it? I can't remember. I think it was about
500.
250. I'll double check. It might have been lower.
That's not bad
Okay.
though.
Apologies. Sorry, I'm. Oh, okay. No. What I said before about the resolution, slightly lower horizontal, no vertical, slightly higher horizontal was right.
Okay,
Sorry, I was gonna correct myself, but I think I was.
that's fair.
Sure.
He subbed to you. I don't think he subbed to you. Someone gifted him a sub.
No, I subbed now.
Oh,
Love you, bud.
nice.
Don't tell him.
No, that'd be good. I can't wait to get, like, I genuinely want to stream VR. I'm probably going to use this headset. What do I want to get? A webcam? I don't know. We'll see what that happens next week. I know I'll be doing probably Warzone tomorrow or something like. I definitely want to do VR War Thunder because someone said they want to see more War Thunder on the channel, so I want to do VR War Thunder, which I think would be fucking funny. So yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe Wednesday. Anyway, yes. Is there any last things you'd like to say then?
Go sub to
Not my tea.
twitch.tv/tacticaltv. I think that's the URL.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Ooh.
Twitch.tv/tacticaltv. Go check out my private channel.
Please don't check out his privates.
Check out
for subs only.
Delicious. All the panels below, they linked to their Twitters, so do check them
Yeah,
out. They've
War
been
Thunder's
wonderful. It will be fun. VR War Thunder is a lot of fun. And so is Beat Saber. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, T. Well, I think we've done well for two of us.
No, thank you very much, T. Yeah, we'll sort something out for next week, next Sunday. I'm probably gonna.
Thank
I do want to keep doing these Sundays, so. But no, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Delicious. It has been a weird one today, but I'm glad we got it done. I'm glad. So yes, this will come out on Tuesday on YouTube and Spotify. Don't forget to check those out if you want to listen to this podcast or any of the previous podcasts. They are all quite entertaining. But yeah, no, thank you very much. As always, have a good evening, good day, good night, or good morning. And we'll see you next week. Are you gonna...
Oh, okay. We're still going, are we?
Ta-ra!
Wow, we're doing one of these fake outros. I see how it is.
Yeah, I haven't stopped the stream yet. Ta-ra!
Honestly, typical. He always does this. He
Ta-ra.
never just ends it when he says it's
Ta-ra.
going to.
I'm
He
gonna
goes on
fucking end it
for
in a minute.
This started as like a YouTube exclusive, And now it's gone.
Right,
on
I'm ending
to
it now.
Just a standard